Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Oh my God, do not speak. Do not order a drink yet. You need to sit down and look at the face of a man who has effectively ended his life. I am deceased. I need you to understand that what I am about to tell you is a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions if Shakespeare was a 23-year-old idiot with a laptop. So you know how I get fixated. Lately, I have been spiraling over the cultural debate regarding swimwear. Being French in this international university has opened my eyes to the bizarre puritanism about the male form. In France, the Speedo is mandatory. Here, people act like the sight of a man's thigh will collapse civilization. Instead of doing my actual work, I was writing a rant in my private notes titled, "Reasons People Freak Out About Men in Tiny Swimwear." It was a dramatic, sarcasm-filled manifesto. Simultaneously, I had another window open. My actual email draft to my terrifyingly serious professor and competent TA, Sarah. I had written a polite, perfect paragraph about regulatory frameworks. So the plan was simple: copy the polite email, paste it into the thread, send. I copied what I thought was the email text. I moved to the thread, I pasted it. I saw text appear. I didn't read it, I just wrote it right. I hit send with the force of 1,000 suns. Whoosh, it was gone. I just sent an email to my professor and TA. I sat there for a second feeling good. I thought, look at me balancing my obsessions with my academic responsibilities. 5 minutes later, a notification from Sarah, the TA. I think, wow, she must be impressed. I open it. Her reply was short, the digital equivalent of a slow, pitying headshake. She wrote, "Thank you for your thoughtful email. Also, I think you pasted your private notes." I frowned. Private notes. I scrolled down to see what I had sent. My heart imploded. They're accessible to the professor in the university archives for eternity was not my question about the case study. It was the manifesto. The band Speedo is the martyr of modern fashion. It's just a thigh Karen. Down with the tyranny of the soggy board short. I physically couldn't breathe. I had sent a rant about the morality of lycra to a 40-year-old man who wears tweed unironically. The undo send window had closed. I started sweating profusely. What do? Pack your bags and flee to the French countryside? Then I realized I had a class with the professor, in person, in exactly 1 hour. I couldn't skip or it would look like a deliberate act of aggression. I had to face him. I just emailed a rant about Speedos to my professor, and now I have to go to his class. I walked to campus like a man walking to the gallows. Every person I passed, I thought, they know I am the Speedo guy. I sat through the lecture. I don't remember a single word. He could have been lecturing on the physics of black holes. I was just staring at the back of his head, vibrating with anxiety. Every time he looked in my direction, I wanted to dissolve into the floorboards. The class ends. People are packing up. I know I can't just leave. I have to address the elephant in the room, the elephant wearing a tiny band swimsuit. I waited until everyone left. Sarah, the TA, was there organizing papers. She wouldn't make eye contact with me. She was biting her lip, and I swear to God she was trying not to laugh. That was almost worse than the anger. I walked up to the professor's desk. My legs felt like jelly. "Professor," I squeaked. My voice was 3 octaves higher than normal. He looked up. He adjusted his glasses. He looked at me with those dead, shark-like eyes. Yes. I was standing in front of my professor after accidentally emailing him a manifesto about Speedos. He just said, "Yes." I started babbling. The email. I just wanted to clarify I am not trying to start a revolution, a swimsuit revolution. I actually said that. Why does my mouth hate me? I continued, desperate. I was doing research for personal interest, cultural sociology. And I have a copy-paste problem, and I really respect the case study on regulatory frameworks. I was gesturing wildly. The professor just stared at me. He didn't blink. The silence stretched on for a geologic era. Finally, he blinked once. He said, "Noted." Just that, noted. Not, "It's okay, Pierre." Not even, "Please don't email me about your thighs again." Just, noted. What does that mean? Has he noted my stance on board shorts? Has he noted that I am mentally unstable? I fled the room, and now here we are. I have to go back on Monday knowing 2 highly educated academics have read my dramatic monologue about swim trunks like it was a serious political stance. They know I refer to society as Karen in my private notes. I am ruined, so please order the tequila. I am currently living in a cave in the Pyrenees where nobody wears clothes and email does not exist.